moving on to what's been cooking. And this is not so hidden to everyone. It's being done in front of our faces, by the way. 1 minute you see Canelo with turkey. Next thing you see Crawford with turkey. Next thing you see Canelo on his Instagram story in Saudi Arabia. Next thing you see Crawford is everywhere. He was in Africa, but now he's in Saudi. What's happening here, man? What's happening here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they all said, January. They wanted to let the holiday season pass and get into this new year. So now we're going into the second week of this new year, and they're in serious negotiations. Hey, I mean, maybe it was just coincidentally that date because of the Ring Magazine Awards. I don't know. Um, what I do remember is the number that he put out there for Crawford was 150. So it'll be interesting to see how close he gets to 150.
Somebody want to retire and buy a boat. He likes fishing, right?
They might both retire after this fight.
Crawford likes fishing. I'm saying though, Canelo put the price tag at 150 for Crawford, and then he said 200 for Benavidez. So he has been quoted saying this. So where does it actually land? We'll see.
Bro,
I don't know. Man, he gave a number. I gotta respect it because then if somebody put it to the table, Turkey's the man to pull it off. This is a payday. Hey, both fighters go all in. We might not see them anymore because we never fight after.
Well,
if he gets 100 million in Saudi Arabia, what are the taxes? You get like a tax break because you're working in Saudi Arabia, so you're pulling back most of that 100 million. I think that's what they've been doing. The Joshuas, they fought overseas, so they don't have to deal with the UK taxes. So if you get 100, because really and truly, if you're fighting, you're getting 100 in the US. That's about you're only going to touch 40% of that after everything has been done and pulled off. That 100, I think.
There's a lot.
I'm calling taxes.
There's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah. So if you're getting in Saudi Arabia and there's, income taxes is not a thing and you're working there, so you're going to get taxed by them. And Turkey's like, you'll have this 100 for the people to see, but have this little 50 for your pockets, Loki. And have this Hublot watch that is special to you, man. Thank you for bringing.
You already know.
The guy is going back probably to Mexico and he's probably going to pay some taxes with it, but there's gonna be some, he's gonna go with a big purse.
He's gonna sweeten the deal. They're gonna give him some real estate. Look, I got these buildings over here for you. I just need this fight to get done.
Last week. No, go ahead.
No, I just think that Turkey is the man to get this done. So I'll just like I said again, tip my hat to Turkey. Come on, man. Whatever you're doing, we behind it. Well, what's up, LT?
Last we seen Crawford. It was it the Madrimov?
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of walked away from that like, ooh, we're not sure that this is at 154. We're not sure that we want to see Crawford at 168.
Whew. Yeah,
that was our
168.
That was our last reaction.
Yeah, has that changed?
For me personally, it has. I think it's changed.
Wait, what are you thinking?
At this point, that was his first fight at that weight. Mm-hmm. And it's an older Canelo. It's a more paced Canelo. Obviously it's an older Crawford too, but there's certain advantages. He has an incredible reach. He has a stamina. He has a wrestling background, so he's freakishly strong for his frame. Mm-hmm. So there's some elements there. And it's a spectacle. Honestly, it's a spectacle. I definitely don't want to see a punch land flush on Crawford. But
he's shown the ability to get hit flush, though. Not just in the Madrimov fight. That's the thing that's concerning. Because I think his mentality is that he can take it. It's not that lack of ability to get away from it or defend. I just think he got a little bit of crazy in him, and he feels like he can take one and give you 2 more back that's way bigger than one you just gave. So, Canelo, generational talent. You get a clean shot. We've seen guys fold. The Amir Khan one just kind of sticks out of my head because I just when he hit him, it just didn't seem like they should. It didn't seem like they should have been in the ring together. Like that knockout should not have. That weight class should not have produced that type of knockout. Like you just flung him around the ring one punch. Like
nasty.
Anyway,
another nasty one Canelo did was Sergey Kovalev, bigger fighter. Yeah, knocked him out cold. And Canelo is dangerous, and especially when he's on the back foot. People think he's pressing. He's knocked out people while people having a better, when they're all full out attack on him. Like Amir Khan was all full out attack on him. He was on the back foot, caught Amir Khan slipping. Sergey was the bigger fighter, the stronger fighter. We saw him fighting Andre Ward and how difficult of a fighter and strong of a fighter he is. He tried doing that with Canelo, like using the big man approach. I'm cutting the ring off. Back foot, knocked him out cold. It was bad. I think he fell on the ropes and bounced. Yeah. So Canelo is dangerous on the backup, and the only person I've seen do that and eat Canelo's Triple G was the only one pressing Canelo, pushing and just looked like a cyborg. He looked like a robot. He got hit. Yeah. Looked back at him and kept on pushing and applying pressure on Canelo. But Canelo is dangerous. You're right. But
there's one more that I would take away from was when Charlo got in the ring with Canelo, and Canelo didn't stop Charlo. So he got a knockdown where Charlo took a knee.
Yeah, he quit.
Yeah, but Canelo didn't get him out of there.
Great point.
There was a wounded animal in front of him the whole fight. So
great point, because he did it. I feel like if I can remember that fight, Charlo did a lot of surviving that fight. Mm-hmm. So he did not engage in a actual fight that I think Crawford would, because Crawford will fight you. He will box. He's a boxer, but he will fight you. Mm-hmm. So I think that is the reason why he's susceptible to being clipped. We just haven't seen the physical disfigurement that we saw from Crawford. Like we saw swelling, and he just looked a little different. Like, wait a minute, we're not really used to seeing that from Crawford. So I think that was a little different. But early fight prediction, I'm going with Crawford.
Yeah, I'll go with Crawford too. But Canelo has done so much.
Early prediction.
Canelo has done so much in this boxing world, and I'm running through all his opponents and the fights I've seen of Canelo, all the live fights I've seen of Canelo, and besides Beterbiev and Floyd Mayweather, which other fighter gave Canelo a hard time? The only name that sticks out is
he hasn't fought Beterbiev yet. He fought Bivol.
Bivol and Floyd Mayweather. The only fighter that sticks out is Caleb Plant, but he knocked out Caleb Plant in the 11th. But in the first early rounds, Canelo was sleeping, and Plant looked fearless. He did exactly what I think Crawford would do: is you're fearless, you're gonna go in, you have good movement. He made Canelo look stupid by missing some punches, and Caleb was catching him with very good counters. And I was like, oh, Caleb is a warrior.
Sweet.
That warrior stuff didn't last until the 11th round because he was fighting. He was inside in the fire. He was in the fire for too long.
Even the fights that Caleb wins, he fades at the end.
Yeah, he was in the fire too long, and then Canelo got him out of here. And I think, I'm sorry to say, I love Terrence Crawford. That could happen. I've seen Terrence Crawford being knocked down in a fight before he won that fight. He's in the fire too long. He's in the high pressure. He's not scared of that pressure fighting, and I feel like he may have to do the Charlo approach to kind of survive a little bit and then catch Canelo. But if you're fighting the way I think Crawford normally fights, which is he's gonna let his skills lead him to that victory, I think Canelo may get him out of here. I think.
So you saying his lack of fear could be a weakness in this matchup.
I think so. If you don't think there's a danger there with Canelo, then it's going to be like Caleb Plant. You'll look really good. You may even knock out Canelo, but Caleb Plant gave Canelo a very good fight, if you guys remember. And it was just like he tapered off. He couldn't,
We'll
couldn't.
So
see,
we're talking like this is a foregone conclusion because it just makes all the money sense. But there are also reports out there that Canelo is in negotiations with William Skull, who happens to be the IBF title holder at 168 right now. So I have an agenda with this because I don't want that to happen because we've already seen him unify all those belts and the IBF stripped it. I want to see him fight this Crawford fight in May. And I would like to see Dimitri Bivol fight William Skull. And I would like to see Dimitri Bivol get that. Excuse me, I'm saying the wrong name. I would like to see Demetrius Andrade.
Oh.
I want to see Demetrius Andrade fight William Skull and get that IBF belt because Canelo's been running from that or avoiding it or whatever. And so that's the fight I would like to see. I would like to see that happen.
Okay.
In the event that he pursues Undisputed later on in September. Okay.
Okay.
And so what I'm starting to see is if you want to backdoor your way into a big fight, you just go through the IBF. And so outside of Bivol at 175, there's somebody named Michael Eifert from Germany. So after Benavidez fights Morrell, I'd like to see Benavidez fight Michael Eifert, who's number one on the IBF rankings. Just for the simple fact that I need both of those two to get in line for the shots that they've been, due.
Right. I like it. Matchmaking LT, everybody.
Hey man.
I mean, I feel like you gotta be savvy.
Hey, I hope all the promoters are hearing. Matchroom, Riyadh season, top ranking, the zone, all those people, Matchroom, the zone. Hey, we have somebody here that could give you the audience that you need with the right fight that he has put together. And ladies and gentlemen, that's LT.